All right, we're live. That son of a bitch. I just rejoined as a player. I was still logged in as a DM, but it was on that one screen or that one sewer map from a long time ago. The default map is and my response to that is not yet. I don't think so. Probably not yet. Probably not. Does everyone else hear the sword or just me? Excellent. And I'm responding vocally. It's not. And I'm definitely lying about that to the sword. I don't know if that's deception. Okay. Not yet. I'm immune to piercing damage, so I'm not concerned. Again, lying. You could stab me later. We have things to do. We can have a long discussion about the virtues of who that deserves stabbing and if it's my friends. Good. We're on the same page. Let's do that. Point me. Point me. Who was your other owner? He was a general? So you killed him or he killed him? So, like, you willed yourself to. You were like, haha, and just like ganked him? And he was down here? So let's talk about we have much to discuss, but we're in the middle of a not great situation here. I want to kill things. You want to kill things. Can we be on the same page while we're killing things? Isn't he neutral evil? Isn't the sword neutral evil? Okay. I thought you said that he was neutral evil or something. Okay. Well, I'm here to murder things, and I'm getting your vibe that you want to murder things, and you let me know when we go too far. We took a lot of damage in that fight, didn't we? Because I'm at half health. I did an early dex save for very poorly. The bird? I don't think he got me, because we did a short rest immediately after him. Was he just in the room or did he morph through the wall? I think I remember him morphing through the wall. Okay. So Nimrod was in this room over there, and I'm pointing. And there's no longer... are we pretending that this wall is not here anymore? How the fuck did Dragon Bones get down here again? Didn't we sell pieces of him away? Oh, we only took his teeth? Do we need to, like, incinerate everything that we kill? And then also it doesn't matter because they'll come back to life anyway? You mean, like, shove everything in the bag of holding? How much can the bag of holding hold? His skull. So we'll unhinge his jaw and take it. Okay, so I'm literally gonna take his jawbone. I'm gonna take some things out of the spinal cord right at the back of his neck. I'm gonna take like his elbow and shoulder joints, and also his knee joints and where his legs hit his dragon butt, and also the bone that connects the base of the tail to his ass. I don't know how he keeps coming back anyway. Like, he doesn't look more smashed up. He doesn't look as smashed up as when we saw him last time, except the teeth. And is it still there? I'm gonna add an item to my inventory called assorted joint bones of Nimrod. That should cover the debilitating bones that I want to take in case we meet him again. No, I'm carrying him in the bag of holding. Yes. That's why I'm taking like specific small joint bones instead of, his rib cage. Excellent. How much can I... I'll put really heavy as the weight. All right, guys. The bag is full. Didn't think we'd do it, but we did it, guys. Let's go to... He was in this big empty room right in front of us through that wall. I want to know how he got there. Magic Man, do some magic stuff. Can you like tell us anything about teleportation magic? Doesn't like or something? There doesn't appear to be any doors in this room except for this one. And he's kind of too big to go through a door. So like all of this is gone and he's in here. Or he was in here and then he went through the wall. Are you over your token? What does the Wand of Secrets do, Hafen? Is it like that good luck charm? Can the good luck charm tell us anything, Esteval? Pieces of it are everywhere. Already did.
But you have to find it. You don't know exactly where. It's within 30 feet of you. So
okay. Well, somewhere around here is something. Check the walls, check the floors, see if there's anything.
We don't need to. We've got the lucky thing that Esteval has that points us in the direction of good stuff.
Yep, all you have to do is throw it on the ground, and we all run around it 10 times, and it'll show us where the secret is.
Excellent.
Roll deception on that.
Seems like all your magical items involve us going.
I'm a paladin. You can trust me.
I met his DC.
You met his DC.
Oh, hang on.
That doesn't sound right, Esteval. We didn't have to do that last time. We didn't have to do that to get to the brothel.
We weren't trying to find a secret last time. We were seeking guidance. Think of it as like a Swiss Army knife.
So the brothel wasn't a secret?
It was not a secret. We just needed guidance.
Even knows this is some bullshit.
Hi, now. Just use the thing. I ain't dancing 10 times around it.
I'm going to toss it on the ground. Actually, do I even still have it?
It's in your inventory, I think.
I thought I gave it to somebody.
Nope. I don't think so.
I think you offered to give it to somebody, and I don't think anybody took it.
That's right. Yeah, I'm going to toss it on the ground and see if it does anything.
All right, roll me and investigate.
So as part of my investigation, I am going to move into the room since I'm. And I'm going to intensely study for the secret as the stone hits the ground to see if I can spot it.
You're rolling so that you are aware that there is a secret. You are rolling at advantage. You know it's around here somewhere, but you're still just not quite sure where.
I sense that there is something hidden in this room.
Isn't your divining rod supposed to point us exactly to it?
Maybe it's tired.
Yeah, Iwand already told us something's hidden in here.
There must be something interfering with its magic.
If you want to investigate, you can roll at advantage to search around.
I specifically want to pat down every piece of the wall I can get my hands on.
Okay.
I'm going to start looking around the floors and the walls. Oops. Put tape. There we go.
Well, after enough time and knowing the general area that the secret is hidden in, you find it. It is
a trap.
One of the it's one of the 5-foot squares, and you notice that it is loose on the bottom. It is right here.
Using one of my unbreakable magic swords. Actually, no, I get my crowbar out of my bag. And I'll jam it under it and try to lift it up.
Yeah, you lift it up with no issue, being what you are.
Yes, I'm so strong now.
You flip it up, and under it is just a chest hidden in the floor.
When I lift it up, I jam it in there and it flip it off so it falls to the ground on the other. So that as soon as I see a treasure chest, I dive at it.
You dive at it.
Because I found something shiny. I'm going to take the crowbar and I'm going to bust the lock.
As you break the lock, you open it up and it is filled to the brim with gold and platinum pieces.
Oh, Jesus, we hit the Motherlode, guys.
You get 40,
Uh-oh.
you find 45,000 gold pieces and 40,000 platinum pieces.
Okay, I've got a slight problem here. I have filled my bag with dragon bones, and now there's a lot of money.
This is quite the conundrum.
You're muted, Jeff.
That's okay. Sorry.
You looked like you had something super good. I'm removing the dragon bones from my bag. That money is more important.
You just gotta get it.
Gotta get money.
Let's crunch him.
I toss him at Suristval so he can do whatever he wants with the bones as I pile in as much platinum pieces into my bag as I can. Because I'm going to prioritize that over the gold.
I'm going to add that to the gold piece total, right?
Yeah.
Can we fit 45,000 pieces of platinum and gold into inventory?
Yeah. I like to think of money more or less in kind of Elder Scrolls style of...
It doesn't count as weight.
Yeah.
There's a good money system they use in Matt Colville's game called a treasury.
Okay.
You should take a look at that. That might be an interesting idea.
Yeah.
We got a lot of money now. Jeff, you're playing quartermaster for us?
We're currently sitting pretty at 94,542 gold pieces.
Oh, Jesus! Let's buy an island.
I know, let's just retire.
You can almost build your own iron golem.
You know what? We don't need to retire. We can just dimension hop and then retire safe from all this nonsense.
That's how much it costs to build an iron golem.
Okay.
We don't have a wizard, so it wouldn't.
You don't have a wizard and you don't have a manual to do it. All right. You have found the hidden treasure in this room. Upon further patting down and feeling of the walls, you find nothing else. You have cleaned this room out, basically.
So we still don't know how Nimrod got in here.
Perhaps he was just simply placed there. Awaiting.
When you say placed, I know you placed him there, obviously, but it's a big monster.
That's not what I meant.
But a big monster in a room that he really shouldn't be able to even get into had to be teleported in some way. And
I mean, it could have been a one-way teleportation. It could have been a phase door, a dimension door, what have you.
which is still interesting. I want to use consult spirits, but it's like clairvoyance or something else. Well, I'll just post it.
Yes, please do. You cast the augury or clairvoyance rather than creating a spherical sensor. After you cast, let's see. Summon one of your ancestral spirits to the chosen location. So you're summoning an ancestral spirit?
Okay, clairvoyant. Neither of those spells do what I need them to do.
Yeah.
So I could consult with some spirits, or I don't have to now. Well, I like literally can't unless I can use the flavor of the text as opposed to the spell.
I mean, you can. Well, augury wouldn't do you any good here.
Like what I want to know is if it was teleported in, could we use like that as an anchor point to find out where it was teleported from?
That's a pretty clever way. All right, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check on that.
I should not be I'm going to play a smart character next time. With my -1 Arcana.
As far as you can tell, there's no magic in this room. Anybody else can feel free to roll it too.
Hey,
All
Finn,
right.
you probably got Arcana right, please.
I'll take a stab at it.
We'll never know. We'll never know.
The party is absolutely clueless at how Nimrod got into this
This
tiny
makes
ass
no
room.
sense. How this big ass dragon just did he crawl through the hallways? Did they take
Maybe.
him apart and then put him back together
Yeah.
in here?
Yeah, they're in
Like-
here.
It's like building a boat in a basement and then realizing that
I think it's more like a ship in a bottle.
yeah.
The wizard had a magic hand that teleported the bones in front of us into the room, and then boom.
Yeah, that's probably how it
So
happened.
there's a necromancer in this tower.
With a magic hand, yes.
You guys have a pretty good idea of who it is already. The wizard that put you here.
Yep. We know Uzark.
Yeah, Ozark.
We know
Ozark.
We know he's a wizard. We don't know that he's a necromancer.
Ozak, not Ozark. Not the Ozarks. Ozak. You know he's a wizard, and that he works for Hamun. So,
But he
extrapolate, or,
I
exposition,
wanna
extrapolation.
extrapolate, but the type of creatures we've seen here, we have not seen as much undead as I would expect a necromancer to have in his basement.
My
Well,
God,
if
do
you
think
remember,
it's-
the dragons are working with.
I know. I'm hesitant to call him a necromancer yet until I see him in action. But I would
Okay.
definitely be wary of necromancy spells that I'm familiar with, which is raising the dead, and that's it, I think.
All right. Well, you've done all you can in this room, basically. You feel as a party there's nothing else for you to do. You've got 2 doors to choose from. The one you're in front of now, or this guy down here?
I've made my choice.
You've made your choice. That's as you approach the iron door.
Does it have a doorknob or a push bar?
It has a it usually has one of those bars that you place on it to bar it from one side, but there's not a bar there.
Oh, so this is probably open. Since it would be barricaded on this side. Okay. So I will stand back as far as I can and kind of poke it open with the 9 live stealer.
Okay, so you're gonna stand how far back?
It's a great sword, as far back as you'll let me, to like stick my hands out and kind of poke it open. Trying to be far enough away from a blast radius that it shouldn't matter. But I'm not very smart, so I'm poking at it instead of something smarter.
Okay. As you poke at it and the door swings open, you at the last second notice all the holes in the floor right in front of the door. Roll me a dexterity saving throw at advantage.
Are they just in the 5-foot spot, like right there?
Yeah, but guess what? You're reaching over to poke the door open.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fair. Dexterity. I'm good at that. I have advantage on it anyway, because traps like that. 21.
21. You pull back your hand just in time as arrows fly from the floor and shoot up, sticking into the ceiling.
Ooh, that was a close one. We should carry around a large, like, slab of metal or like a door of wood.
Don't you still have the movable rod, or did you get rid of that?
That would definitely be in Istabal's possession.
I didn't get rid of it. Let me check.
And you should still have it. I don't remember you guys trading that off.
Do we need it for
No.
this? I was saying we need to carry around a giant piece of wood to
Yep,
put
I
on
got
the
it.
floors so we don't get arrowed.
The door opens, and the path leads to the north and the east.
The path leads to the north and the east, guys.
Let's go.
I will I will gingerly step and peek around the corner. And I'm going to peek around corners until we get to, or I'm going to gingerly step and peruse and turn corners until I run out of passageway.
As you come into this main corridor, you see pillars begin to line the sides of the walls.
Something's peeking.
The pillars line the sides of the walls. Like we're in a fancier part of the
Yeah.
dungeon.
Yeah. Fancy.
Are there skulls embedded in the pillars?
Nope. Just stone pillars,
Your
unadorned.
dwarven eyes see, Istabal.
My God, these pillars are made out of bones. No, I'm just kidding.
Is the masonry dwarven?
Is it?
Is the dwarf mason?
Is the masonry dwarven in nature?
Was the mason a dwarf?
It seems to be unnatural. It's
Unnaturally
too
formed rock.
it's too perfect to be even by master stonework.
We've got
One
some,
might say it is. One might say it might even be of a magical nature.
we've got some bullshit magic up ahead, guys.
It might be an illusion.
The walls? If the walls had been an illusion the whole time and we could have walked straight to
Pick up a rock, throw it through there, and see what happens.
You're going to toss a rock down the hallway?
Yeah.
Does the fancier area disintegrate the rock?
No, it doesn't.
Peculiar. Nothing happened to your rock, Hafen.
Well, that's the only test I have. So it must be safe.
It checks out.
It checks out.
If it checks out with our 2 expert magicians, it's good enough for me.
Good enough for you.
And I die. I'm gonna waltz right through it.
So what are you doing?
I just keep walking down the path,
Yeah.
checking corners.
Now, wait a minute. You said you were going to waltz right through it. Are you
I'm
waltzing
still
down the
peeking around
hallway?
corners. Remember the acid? Half my face is melted and half your face is melted.
Yeah, we're
One,
just.
one side
we
is slightly
win.
sagging a little more than the other. All right, as you keep moving forward.
Was this a Dungeon Master's Guide auto-generated map?
No, it was not.
Okay, it's just got crazy long corners that make no sense to me.
It's a labyrinth, dude.
Is there... I would know from, like... I'm not very far away from where I was, and I could figure out that on the other side of this wall is something, right? Like, I'm smart enough to know how many steps I've taken and walked.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I want to go up to this wall. I'm like, we're not very far away from another path. And I'm like, I want to tap on the wall, see if there's a shortcut or something.
Sure. As you tap on the wall, each of all make a dexterity saving throw.
But why me? I didn't even do anything.
You dodge out of the way as the wall comes crashing down, creating a shortcut between those 2 points. Kind of pointless, though.
Hey, Istval, remember when you tried to knock a hole in the wall with, like, your pick and it didn't work? And you got, like, a strength check of 25 and it didn't work?
Yeah.
I just tapped on this wall and it fell down.
Do you think we should start smashing all the walls? I'm gonna smash the wall behind me.
Which wall?
The one behind him.
That one?
My hammer solidly connects with the wall, and
And?
it liquefies. I hit it so hard that the stone just melted. There was so much heat and energy generated with that blow that the wall just turned to goo. Molten stone.
As you strike at the wall, you leave an impact spot on where your hammer hits.
But it did damage the wall?
It damaged the wall.
Since Brett has stepped away for a second, for campaign 2, can we have, like, a magic pickaxe to go through walls if we're going to do labyrinths like this? but it would have, like, 2 or 3 charges at max.
Yeah, we could think about that.
Could we let Hafen be able to generate fire with his hands? Maybe his witch bolt could burn through the wall. Do you think?
You could also just keep swinging at it.
We don't need to destroy every single wall we're going through, especially one where... Istval, if you break your hammer, I'm not going to give you my sword.
He goes berserk on the wall. Pounding it,
enough.
howling like an animal.
Soon enough, you break through the wall, leading back into the room below you.
He's howling like an animal.
Should have had him made him do a dex save. The ceiling collapses. Let's keep pushing forward a little bit instead of going through walls. I know you're very strong, Istval. Not as strong as me, but you're very strong.
Let's see.
You think you're stronger than I am?
I am absolutely stronger than you.
What is your strength?
It's currently 20. It'll be 25 when I've got the belt on.
Yo, mine's 29.
You're a liar. I see those scrawny bones, old man.
I don't even know what you're talking about. My strength's 30, bro.
All right. The path continues forward.
Peek.
And the party finds themselves at another door.
Can we see what the door looks like from here?
The door is a wooden door.
So, wooden door. I want to slowly creep down the hall towards the door, hope it, and lightly, so I know if I activated pressure plate.
You'll know.
Okay, well, I step to the door and I listen into the door.
As you step to the door, you feel your feet depress a pressure plate, and an aura blasts out from it. And for a very minute second, you are filled with fear before it dispels, thanks to Ceresaval's natural protection against fear.
Oh, interesting.
You're welcome.
And it came out of the door or out of the wall next to the door?
It came out of the floor.
Out of the floor. Like a puff of smoke, but magical?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Dude, let's dig. Let's get digging.
Get digging.
Do you want to, like, it could be broken or something now. It could explode.
But maybe there's a little goblin embedded in the floor that's operating some kind of mechanism. Maybe that's where all the traps are coming from.
We are whispering while we're saying this right outside the door.
Yeah, we're whispering this. I'm telling you, man, there's goblins. There's little goblins or gremlins or something running around up underneath us. I can hear them scrabbling in the walls.
We can worry about that later. We've got something on this side of this door. And I lean in and listen.
You hear... roll me perception.
Nope. I fall into the door.
Not what I said.
I give this to you.
You hear the sound of wind, but nothing else.
I whisper back to the party. You can hear wind in there. We're underground and it's a hurricane.
Maybe it's an air elemental, you think?
Oh, Jesus.
Could be a storm elemental. Do you hear thunder and lightning?
We've fought elementals before. We know that's not fun.
Could just be a draftway.
Is that a thing in interdimensional dungeons?
Sure, I mean, under the right conditions, the wind through a tunnel could cause it.
But where would the wind come from?
I don't know. Possibly a magical farting dragon or something.
I
don't know anything about this plane.
That's definitely what it is.
Actually, do we know what plane we're on?
No. I mean, you might not even be on a plane. You might still be at home.
We might be in someone's special bag of holding.
Yeah.
If we walk through this door, what if we end up in the elemental plane of air? What would we do then?
We would continue to breathe because there's air.
That's true.
We might have to fight for it.
Oh, let's give it a shot.
I will push back, or I will push open the door with my hand slowly.
I would like to cast level 7 protection from elements on all of us.
Level 7?
Absolutely.
Just to be safe.
Do you even have a level 7 spell slot?
No.
He does not.
I'm going to burn my highest level spell slot just in case.
Just in case. All right, you open the door. The door swings open into the room. And you were right. You did hear buffeting winds. As you see two air elementals just churning in space.
Wow.
Or in place.
Does someone speak this?
If only a monk was here.
What should we do?
Is it aggressive? Is it attacking us? Does it see us?
Can we sneak past it?
The air elemental does not seem to be paying you any mind, as it is just creating a kind of a nice breeze with the other one on the other end of the room, just kind of creating a circular motion of air in the room, trapping everything in the room to the center.
So this must be like the AC unit for the whole dungeon.
I pull out Hazran. I'm like, hey, do you know anything about air elementals being here?
They're idiots.
Okay, that's helpful.
You're- They're not worth your time.
They're not worth our time.
So we can just walk on past them.
This is a relationship built on trust. I trust you, Magic Sword. You have not thrown.
Well, if you ask me, I say we should kill them and then you kill your party. Sounds like a great plan to me. But
All right, let's put a pin in that one, and we'll get back to it. And
Well, hang on. I heard you say it was okay, but now I just realized you're talking to your sword. I don't know if I'm going to follow what you're saying.
I'm telling yes. He says they're not worth our time.
Your sword says this.
Yes, it's a new sword.
Mm-hmm.
The sword.
you were there when you got it.
Yeah, I was there when he got it. I just didn't realize he was still talking to it.
Oh yeah.
is so the sword's name is Haziran.
Yeah.
Is that the name of the entity that inhabits it as well? Okay, well I'm gonna call it Hazi. Either way.
Okay.
All right, Hazi, let's do this. I walk in confidently without drawing my sword. Or I mean, I got my sword on my shoulder, but I'm trying to not look aggressive, just
Sure.
intimidating.
Also, let me make sure you can see there are 2 doors in the room to the east and the west. As you approach the air elemental, it does not seem to notice you, but from the make me a strength. Well, your strength is a 20 if you don't roll a 20. So
Yes.
you can feel the air trying to pull you to the center of the room, but you are able to resist.
Hey guys, if you come in here, actually both of you, you're like twigs. The wind's gonna suck you in right to the middle. I know you're not strong like me, so maybe you should tie yourself to me.
Sure. I'm fine with that.
Sir Eastvold is not appreciating your tone. And when you guys are not looking, he's going to chug one of those strength potions. He's taking his supplement.
It's getting roided up right before us.
Yeah, he's getting juiced up before the battle.
Is it from like a flask that he's always sipping at?
Hey, Hafen, roll me a d20.
We're tying ourselves up. We're doing stuff.
So he pulls out that manticore stinger, and that's how he injects the frost giant.
It just takes and just goes. All right, so you tie yourself up to. So Hafen ties himself up to Arena, and they enter the room.
I would say that there's like me and 5 feet of rope, and then him.
Yeah.
So you've got a little bit of mobility if you need to run away. You don't have to like be on me the whole time.
Okay.
And then, Ceristabal, if you're going to enter that room, you're going to need to make me a strength saving throw.
He's also getting tied to Hafen.
Oh, is he?
That's my plan.
He doesn't have to worry about it.
Okay.
He can resist the strength of the wind. So you see 2 doors, one that leads left and one that leads right. So to the east or to the west.
Let's go to the one that's closest. That's a good idea, right? I have no reasoning behind this other than it's closer. All right, I'm gonna walk to the door in the wind. I guess I kind of walked through the middle at that point.
Yeah, but you're resisting it, so it's okay. Haven's getting slid around on his feet a little bit as it's trying to pull him to the center of the room, just kind of like. You see a wooden portcullis in front of you.
Okay, portcullis is like the bar or like the
Yeah, bars that lift up.
right, so we can see through it.
Yeah,
What do we see?
you see. We reveal area. You see into the next room.
Piles of gold.
You see that the floor itself is covered with dead insects, and there's rotten bread scattered throughout the room.
Can we see something on the ceiling? Is the ceiling regular height or
Regular height.
okay?
So you don't see anything on the ceiling. You just oddly see a ton of dead bugs in the room.
Maybe we should circle back around to this room.
How do we know that they're dead?
Because they look dead.
Well, what
You
if
can always
they-
get closer and investigate if you
what
want.
if they're just sleeping?
I squished one. This one's dead.
There's none by where you're at.
I'm gonna stick my foot through and I squish one.
There's none by the door because the air has pushed them away.
The closest
Oh, I was
one
gonna
to
ask
the
about
door.
that too. So it's,
Ooh.
so the breeze is coming out to this room. It's not sucking dead bugs in.
Yeah.
Do you think
they're
maybe the bugs are dead because there's no air in the room?
Well, air is being pushed in though by the elementals, so there's air. What if are undead insects a thing?
They can be if you want them to be.
I ask our very knowledgeable paladin.
Why, yes. Yes, they are.
Oh,
Anything
roll me.
living can become undead.
This is true. This is true.
I know anything can be undead, but is this some new form or is this some expected form of undead where it rises like a giant bee king or like a scissor or something?
I've heard tales of undead that can control insects. It's not unheard of. Vampires have limited control over insects. I don't know
It's
if they would
true.
be dead or undead
Yeah.
insects, but again, if it has life, it can have unlife. This is the way.
Can we lift the portcullis up? Is it
As you try to lift it, it is stuck.
what it's wood?
Yeah.
Well, if it's wood, can we not just smash the shit
We're
out
gonna
of it with a
smash through it.
giant
It looks like
sword?
we're getting approached by the air elementals, and I kick through it. With my
Portcullis shatters. Wood bits fly into the next room.
It's the
Are
problem.
the
As
elementals
parts are
any
also
good?
other parts are sucked into the center of the room.
It's the problem with having wooden doors and characters with 20 strength. All right, let's go. And I step in.
Or what door?
The one I just stepped through.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait here in the hallway.
There are elementals
Blocking
moving
Hayford.
towards us. Let's go, go, go.
You two are tied together now, so
Oh, yeah. Brett doesn't have a choice.
Yeah.
you just pulled him along.
I guess we can
There's-
we can detach now that we're not in a wind tunnel.
Yeah.
Unless
All
you
right.
like being on a leash.
Not particularly. I'm gonna.
You're crunching over dead bugs, and you see rotten bread everywhere as it squishes beneath your boots.
This is. Do we have to remain in this room? Let's push on.
The door is the passageway out's on the other side. We're not hanging out. And I guess we head towards the corner with this what appears to be a doorway.
Yes, it is another portcullis,
Is it still wooden?
just like the one you crushed.
This could be like a filter room where they like take magic air, funnel it through some vegetation, and then seed the rest of the air or seed the rest of the dungeon with air conditioning. Whoever said that earlier, that's brilliant.
It's pretty good.
All right. Well, I kicked through the portcullis.
Boom. It goes flying chippy chips.
Or maybe it's like dead bugs, so it has the scent of undeath throughout the dungeon.
You see a path that leads to the north and the south.
Step forward, peek around.
Look at that. East and west. Which way do you go?
You mean north and south? Well, I mean,
North and south to east and west.
south is south is closer. Let's go over here, peek around. Maybe it's something magical. It's not. I'm going to peek.
So we're just gonna move through the dead bug room and not investigate it any further.
Hafen didn't want to stay.
You can. I'm getting the hell out of here. Creeps Haven out.
I'm gonna give it just a glance.
All right, roll me an investigate. You see a bunch of dead bugs and rotten bread.
Nothing to see here.
It all checks out.
Step forward, peek around.
Yep, that's dead bugs and bread.
Yep,
I do love bread.
You've seen it once, you've seen it 100 times.
this is true. As you peek around the corner,
Excuse me.
I accidentally scrolled up so I don't get to see anything. We got a dead end. All right. I like dead ends. Those usually set off traps. I'm gonna take my crowbar, or no, I'm gonna set up to throw my crowbar at the wall.
yeah.
And right as soon as it leaves my hand, I'm going to jump to the side so I'm outside of the blast radius in case the end of the hallway is a
Sure.
trap.
You throw your crowbar, and because of your barbarian strength, your crowbar just sticks on the wall.
All right, this one's not trapped, guys. No explosions in my face. And I go and I rip my crowbar out of the wall.
Let's get digging.
All right, onward.
Dead end.
A dead end. That's real annoying. All right, let's backtrack. And I backtrack to this one.
Wait.
Next. Wait.
Didn't you knock a hole through one of these walls before?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was over here, just above room 18.
Do we want to try that? Possibly? Well, I guess. Never mind. Never mind. Haven's following.
I mean, we can knock down a bunch of walls.
Well, yeah, Haven wouldn't know. It just all looks like wall to him anyway, so never mind. I wouldn't have had that. Haven wouldn't have had that idea. He's just following around.
You see the path lead back to the east.
All right.
Turn up to the north.
I'm stepping.
You come to another dead end.
Son of a bitch.
All right, this is where we gotta start mining. Let's get mining.
Now here I suggest we dig.
In that dead end?
Here we dig.
Where would we dig? It's a wall, and I tap on it with my hand.
As you tap on it, it begins to crumble away below your tap.
Oh Jesus,
strength-
I am strong.
You're it's a flat 20 every time. You're
Oh, it's gonna be even better with that belt because it's gonna be a flat 25.
you just go. It's like God, what was that? Yeah, it's like a Superman thing. You just go, look, it's not that bad. You tap it, and it goes. You just make a spiderweb crack on the wall.
All right, Istval, your idea is sound. And I gesture for him to go forward. He is our mining expert since he's our dwarf expert.
It's true. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
So
He's not our strength expert. He's an old man.
it's a 19.
Oh, he's
What?
rolling with advantage?
Yeah, because I'm a dwarf.
I didn't
Wall
know you-
cracks and begins to give way. Just color through. I wish there was an easier way to do this.
You burst onto the scene and
Oh, it's got extra large. Look at that. That's way
it's a
better.
it's a room full of mind flayers.
Reveal a pathway. Come up to a T intersection. Leads to the left and the right. You know the path.
You're leading the way right now, Jeff.
You come to a door. Hang on a second.
He's having
It
to
is
check his
a-
notes.
It is a wooden door. Yeah, I got a whole thing here.
If the DM's having to check his notes, we know something good is behind this door.
The gods have blessed us with this fourth wall breaking knowledge.
A wonderful
Indeed.
mystery awaits.
You gonna open the door?
What do you think? Can you hear anything on the other side of that door?
Do I need to make a ear check on that?
Make me an ear check.
Man, what is with these terrible investigation rolls? Every single one's been bad so far.
You put your ear up to the door and you don't hear anything on the other side.
Blood starts oozing out of my ear.
Be a doctor about that after
You
this adventure is
you
done.
you pull your head back and there's a giant splinter inserted directly into your ear hole.
Ouch!
Let's go in then.
Yep, I'm gonna kick that door right in.
Yeah.
The door busts open. Oops. We want to reveal areas, not hide them.
I want the splinters. If there's anything right behind the door, I want to have kicked it so hard that the splinters shatter into them.
As you enter the room, Siristoval disappears into magical darkness.
Where'd you go?
Go ahead and move yourself back to that door for me. And reveal areas. You see a dragon at the center of the room.
Well, well, well.
A giant silver dragon surrounded by 5 dragon wormlings. The floor before you is covered with shards of bone, and a rusted axe lies embedded in the west side of the room.
A silver dragon, huh?
As you enter,
We don't enter. I'm at half health. That's a fucking dragon. Hold.
guess what? You busted the door open. You drew their attention.
Yeah, we kind of already entered. I'm having trouble remembering what I'm supposed to know. Somebody was
East of Old.
possessed by a dragon. Does Hafen know that?
Does Haven know what?
Did Hafen know that? Or somebody was possessed by a dragon, right?
Yeah, East of All's possessed by the
Yeah,
spirit
we
of
all know
a
that.
silver dragon.
And Hafen knows that.
Everybody knows, yeah.
Word on the
Okay.
street is.
Word on the street.
Couldn't remember if he did or not. Well, hey, it's that guy you've been talking to, probably.
The spirit in the back of East of All's mind begins to stir, and he said, and you hear resonating inside your skull, "One of our own shall finally end you, and I can finally take over."
East of all, it says, "Shut it, Chuckles." To no one in particular.
All the dragons in the room lock onto the entryway that was just busted through, and they all begin to loudly roar in that direction. Go ahead and roll for investigation. Roll for initiative.
There's no chance of communicating with the dragons.
Do you know Draconic?
I do.
Hafen does.
Hafen does.
But you have already busted into the room, and he's behind you.
So he knows what they said when they roared.
It was just a roar.
I think they just roared.
I don't feel good about that.
Well, this is a pretty simple solution. Let's just go back.
Still
Just walk away.
confused because Hafen's still a little confused why these silver dragons are being aggressive.
Are the silver ones the good ones?
Silver ones are good dragons. Supposed to be.
They're supposed to be.
I would
So
not my
he's-
sword.
Hafen's a little stunned by this. He's probably not anxious to start throwing just yet unless he makes certain there's no avoiding it. And it seems like there's no avoiding it. Dun, dun, dun.
Bum bum.
So silver are good dragons?
They're lawful good dragons.
All the metallic dragons are good.
Yeah.
Or good or neutral aligned. Actually,
Yeah.
I think they're good. I think the
They're good.
gemstone dragons are the neutral ones.
Yeah. The silver dragon wormlings immediately begin swarming at the party.
There's a lot of these things.
Try to talk him down, Hafen.
Have they taken their turn yet?
All 5 of them make a cold breath attack at the doorway. I'm gonna need let's see. Yep. 15-foot cone. So they're gonna move a little closer to do this.
So, can the cone hit me? Like
No,
through
it
the
can't
wall?
hit you.
Well, that's good.
It's basically going all at East of All. East of All, make me 5 Constitution saving throws. Okie dokie.
All of those was +4.
Oops, we want that. So good news. Only your first one fails.
I'm
You
sorry.
You take. Wait, that's not right at all. You take 54 cold damage immediately.
So half damage from the other ones?
Yeah.
Wow. Would have been a lot of damage.
That would have been. That is their turn. Hafen. The cold begins to clear from the doorway as East of All is waving off the cold blast that has just bestroke him.
Um, before I take my action, I'll yell out real quick in Draconic. We have not come to fight. Do I
Okay.
notice? Do they do anything?
Since the adult silver dragon is on the next turn, he's going to answer you.
Okay.
Would you like to hold your action?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold an action until then.
We will hold until the bottom of the round then. Next up is the adult silver dragon. He hears the human voice of Draconic coming from the hallway, saying,
We did not come to fight.
and in return, the silver dragon says back to you, in common, you may not have come to fight, but we have.
Okay.
He sounds like your new bestie.
Thanks. I was hoping we could be friends, but
But
okay. I don't think so. He said that in comments, so everybody heard that.
Everybody
Well,
heard it.
I don't
Yes.
think we're gonna get a break from these guys.
excellent.
So Arena.
It's almost my turn.
Almost. The adult silver dragon is going to hold his turn. So Arena, you're up.
I'm gonna run forward. Right here.
Yo.
And I'm whipping out the 9 live stealer.
As soon as you came through the doorway, the adult silver dragon's reaction activated.
Excellent.
He is going to exhale another charge of cold breath. So I'm going to need you. Everybody's going to need to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
I can do it.
At +4.
Ooh.
You gain health.
Very hardy.
Due to your crit save, you have earned yourself. You basically caught that spell, and you've got it. You've got it as a free spell expenditure without using a spell slot.
Sweet.
But it is a cold attack, and who used it just used a cold attack. So keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
So, Armin, or Arena, you take 29 cold damage.
Unfortunate.
Afen doesn't take any because he critted. Sir Eastval, you take 58 cold damage.
How you doing? That's the second time you got hit pretty hard, isn't it?
Yeah, he's not doing great.
All right. I will step
All right.
forward to my original position that I was going.
Yes.
Whipping out the 9 live stealer. Hitting the one directly north.
Okay.
And, raging. Well, oh, yeah, I should rage. Raging, recklessly, and all that stuff. Which looks like this. 15?
A 15. 15?
Yeah.
15 does not hit.
I swing again. 24.
A 24 hits.
For 31.
For 31 damage.
Does he die?
He does not die. Which one did you hit?
The one directly north.
Okay. You smack at him. You tear one of his wings, so he's fluttering in place, but kind of wonky now. But he's still standing.
Alright, not feeling too good about this, guys. He didn't die in one hit.
First of all, you're up.
I'm gonna do magic.
Magic?
Oh no, it's magic. You know.
Hypnotic pattern.
A hypno pattern.
Excellent. Excellent. So they need to meet a wisdom of 18. None of them do. They all fail.
Everyone fails.
Oh, the adult silver dragon needs to roll as well?
If you can see it.
He totally can see it. Let's see if he makes it. He succeeds. But our 5 little wormling friends are all hypnotized now.
I will deal with the little ones next turn.
You do anything else, Sir Eastaval?
I guess I'll. So did the adult succeed?
The adult succeeded. The adult is not hypnotized, but all of his little wormlings are.
Can we threaten the silver dragon with the death of his wormlings? Kind of like go up and be like, "You take one step, I'm gonna brain this one."
You can attempt to intimidate it, yes.
Can I help when he does that?
You're trying to like do a help out?
Something like that?
I'll pump it up.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, absolutely. Roll at
like
advantage. Yeah, like Eastaval can roll at advantage if you're going to do a help out.
Okay. Well, do I need to roll to know that he can roll it? I don't know.
No, you see what you.
I want to hear
Obviously,
what he
you
says,
guys
and
have.
I'll tell you what happened or what I
Yeah,
responded.
Okay.
So Sir Eastaval walks forward and says, "Hope you're not too attached to these wormlings, because we're about to brain them all right in front of you."
And when he says that, I pull out the Vorpal sword and hold it up. I'm assuming an adult dragon knows what a Vorpal sword is when he sees it.
Potentially.
And I've got a bunch of wormlings all around who can't move.
I'm gonna take my hammer and gesture to the one at the front of the little pyramid there, and I'm gonna take that one's skull and make it into a toilet.
Go ahead and roll that intimidate with advantage.
Intimidate with advantage.
You're good at intimidation, right? God damn it, Jeff.
One would think.
This could have been fun.
The adult dragon responds in kind with threatening you. If you end them, so shall I end you.
Well, it sounds like we got ourselves a Mexican standoff here.
All right, bonus action. Any more movement?
No, that's it. Because I have to
Okay.
have concentration for the hypnosis pattern, so I can't cast any of my little bonus action things.
Okay. Hafen.
Okay. So I've got. What have I got that I've snagged away from the dragons? A frost ray, or
You basically caught his cold breath, and you can cast it as an action for free. No spell slots expended for it, but keep in mind that it's you know that it is immune to cold.
Yeah, I know it's immune to cold. I'm just gonna take a chance. I was hoping it was okay. Um, I am going to send the breath back towards the main dragon and immediately cast chain lightning at level 8 to time it so that when the breath hits the dragon, the electricity hits the dragon as well at the same time.
Ooh, I
Bam.
like that. I like this. Okay. All right.
And you're aiming at
And
the big one?
I'm aiming at the big one. And I'm casting it at a level 8, so that will get all of these. If that takes for every dragon, right? Within a 30. Well, hang on. Before I commit, let me measure.
You're doing chain lightning, which is 3 bolts then leap from that target to as many
Yep.
as 3 other targets, each which must be within 30 feet of the first target. So you can hit 4 things in total, but there are 6 things.
Mm-hmm. And if I can, for every level above, I get an additional bolt of lightning.
Oh, I see. So you're doing it for everybody.
At
Yes.
level
Okay.
8. Yeah. So it'll hit
This is
all of them.
level 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
This does like a fuck ton of damage, right?
Yeah. 10d8.
I like it. I'm on board.
So it must make a 19 dex save against you. It's going to be good. He does not succeed. He sees the cold blast coming at him. The dragon knows this ain't going to do shit to me. And then you do. How does this play out, Hafen?
So I've been holding the frost breath kind of out, and I just smile at him, and I flick it his way, and as soon as I wrist toss it, just hit it up with some chain lightning right behind it.
So chain lightning blasts through the cold spell as it crashes into the silver dragon. Silver dragon thinks this isn't going to do anything, and then he feels the electricity just lance through his body as the 3 bolts, or really 5 bolts, launch off of him and connect with all of his other silver dragon wormlings. Immediately upon this, doing 47 damage.
And then I say again, I told you we're not here to fight.
And as you do that, all of the silver dragon wormlings basically blacken. Smoke starts coming from their bodies, and they drop to the ground dead. As you can see, the electricity just crackling off their bodies.
Wait.
So we're not here for a fight. What are we here for?
I tell him, I told you we're not here to fight, and I just look at him. That's my turn.
Immediately upon.
Yeah, no, that's my turn.
Okay, immediately upon. Let's see. Can I still do this? Oh, no. Okay. Okay, so that is the bottom of the round now, since the reaction was taken. So we resort to descending. There we go. So all the wormlings are dead. So they're out of the picture. The adult silver dragon is up. He is immediately going to hop into the air and begin floating about 20 feet off the ground. Basically, almost touching the ceiling. Almost touching the ceiling, but in the room, hovering. He is not very happy. He is going to zoom down at hovering over this. Well, actually, let's move all these guys to the back.
And I probably really should have moved. I would have actually. I probably should have moved myself out so I could have actually.
Oh, that's fine. That's what I assumed you had done. Moved like into the doorway, or at least square into the room.
Yeah.
The silver dragon is going to fly into the air and then come down, making a biting attack at Arena. Arena takes 20 piercing damage.
Not ideal.
Takes another bite attack.
Is it? Okay, so it's 10 piercing.
10. Another 10 piercing.
Okay, 20
And
total.
then one claw attack, at which it rakes at Sir Eastaval.
You missed.
You missed. Does a 20 hit? A 20 hits. Unless you've got a shield. Do you have the shield master feat? You probably don't.
I've got all that stuff factored in. It's a 19.
Barely beating your AC, you take 15 slashing damage from the dragon's claw attack. Immediately after, he takes a legendary action and takes another tail strike at Arena.
It does not like Arena.
I don't think I can go down until... Okay, I've got bullshit powers. If I go...
You take 17 bludgeoning damage.
Cut that in half? Have you already cut it in half, or do I need to?
No, you need to cut it in half.
Okay.
Actually, I have a 20 AC.
Do you? Okay, so you don't take the 15 damage.
So I have the mithril plate, which is 18 AC, and I have a
Yeah.
shield, which is 2 AC.
Okay, so then he met your AC, so you did not take the damage. Add that 15 back.
Okay. Wonder how I didn't know that.
It's easy to forget about shield stuff if you don't have it automatically factored in. Okie dokie. That is the adult silver dragon's turn. Actually, wait, I need to make a roll. Hang on. Okay. Hafen. You see the adult silver dragon going berserk after what you have done.
Mm-hmm.
He's hovering about 15 feet in the air right now.
Okay. Well, I gotta go with the trademark immolation.
Excellent. So a dex of 19. He fails. So he immediately takes 29 fire damage.
And I'll spend the 2 sorcery points here. I can. Where are they? And do Mel's minute meteors and send the first 2.
He fails both. So -6. All right. Do you do anything else?
That's it.
All right. The dragon takes a legendary action and makes a tail swipe at you,
I figured.
and you take 17 bludgeoning damage. In the air, he turns real fast, and his tail whips around, and it strikes you really hard. Sir Eastaval, you've got a dragon hovering right above you. How you gonna reach it?
Well, I'm going to taunt the dragon first and say, told you I was going to turn that one into a toilet.
Roll intimidate.
Do you think that made him angry?
Roll intimidate. If you want to.
I'm going to make that one my chamber pot.
So you just you yell that you're gonna make a toilet out of the dead wormling.
Yes. It's my chamber pot now. I'm going to say thanks, Hafen.
Upon doing that, you see the adult silver dragon get just a tiny bit frightened at you.
Thanks, Hafen. You saved me the trouble. That one really wasn't worth the effort. And neither is this one.
All right,
I'm
do you
gonna point up at that one with my hammer.
What kind of action do you take? What kind of action can you take?
If it's hovering in the air above me, how high up in the air?
15 feet.
I can jump, right?
Absolutely.
8 feet.
Yeah.
I've got 23 strength right now. Does that impact that?
So your jump. Let's
It would
see.
be 9 feet instead of 8. It's like 3 plus your strength mod or something.
It is. Your strength determines your. So when you try to do a high jump, you leap into the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength mod.
So if I'm leaping 9 feet into the air.
Yeah.
And I am how tall?
6 feet. That's 15.
Checks out.
And if you have your weapon held above you, that's another 2 feet right there. So yeah, that's totally doable.
It checks out. There's what's going to leap into the air, and actually, so I'm not really like swinging it in the traditional sense.
Yeah.
I'm using the spiked portion, I guess, of the hammer to try and drive it into the bottom of the dragon with my mighty thrust.
Okay.
So you're are you like flying through the air Thor style with it?
No. He's jumping. He's basically jumping straight up, holding the pick, and he's gonna try and lodge it like into the undercarriage of the dragon.
Yeah, like impale the dragon.
Yeah. Yeah. Go. You know what? Yeah.
Bonus action.
You went mute for everything before bonus action to me.
Oh, since all the little are dead and not the whole path anymore, I'm gonna that and use a bonus action.
That was just a sign.
I think my internet getting because you all have a butt voice right now.
No, I hear like crap from everyone. Everyone sounds like garbage on my end.
Oh, okay, so it's just me.
No.
Roll 20. All right, one more.
All right, so I did staggering smite. Next time
Okay.
you hit a creature with a melee attack,
Well, I have
spell
to.
duration pierces both body and mind.
I have to roll out of this. It says DC 18. Yeah. Okay.
And I have to connect.
Next time you hit a creature with a melee spells, your weapon pierces. Okay. Yeah. Sure. So you're gonna smack it too. Because I liked how you went about this, you got advantage on it.
Well, and I mean, to be fair, it's not a regular swing. I'm literally jumping and holding the thing over my head. So
Yeah.
it's like, unless I hit like a really hard patch on the bottom side of the dragon.
Yeah. And you don't. You connect it to his soft underbelly, as most dragons have. So you do 20 bludgeoning and fire damage to it.
And then the 13 psychic.
Minus 20, minus 13. Oops. 20.
If it fails a DC
minus
18.
It fails. It fails by one. By one.
Well, that means that it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, and it can't take reactions until the end of its next turn.
Ooh, I like that. Guess what that doesn't count against, though? Legendary actions.
That's right.
Seeing that you are in the air doing this, it takes a legendary action and strikes you with its tail. Smacking you really good. You're in the air, so now you get to fly 10 feet this way.
Hold on. I want to use Ancestral Protectors on him for this, and and reflect 4d6 of that damage.
So all of it, basically, unless you roll 4 ones. Okay, so half the damage back. So Jeff takes 7 bludgeoning damage, and the dragon takes 7 bludgeoning damage. Oops. You come crashing to the ground. You land on your feet, but you come crashing to the ground hard and fast from the tail strike. You 3-point landing. Hammer out to the side.
I like slide across the floor, crouched in a aggressive position.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like it. Yeah. All right, Arena.
So I am not airborne currently.
Ah, shit. You are not.
And Istval was thrown away,
Yes.
so I can't use him as momentum.
Nope.
All right.
Since it was a legendary action. No.
Right. So I've seen Yolanda run on walls before. I think I could do that.
Oh,
If she could do it, I could do it.
absolutely. Give me an athletics to do it.
Do you want me to tell you the whole thing, or just
Yes.
the run up
Yes,
the
I
wall
do.
part?
No, I want you
I'll-
to tell me everything that you do.
I want to run up the wall and jump off of it to land on the dragon.
Okay. Okay. All right. I like this. Roll me athletics. Excellent. You successfully do it. And because of that, you now have it, since you're on his back, you've got advantage on strike.
Can we say that advantage on strike that is about to happen is me coming down to spike into him from the jump?
100%.
Of course, with the 9 live stealer. 19. Oh, that reckless.
19 hits.
For 26 or 27 damage. And then I'll swing it again.
Okay. All right.
22.
22 hits
For a big 30.
for another 30.
That's a good roll.
As you run up the wall, jump off, coming down with your sword, and do 2 strikes as you land on his back, you catch the adult silver dragon off guard, and he thrashes about as he moves down to basically lands on the floor. You make him land.
Mm-hmm.
He connects with the ground. Do you do anything else?
Am I still on his back?
You're still on his back.
All right. No, I'm good here.
All right. With his turn, he is going to take his multi-attack at disadvantage because he can't see you and try to claw at you on his back.
Excellent. Unfortunately, his disadvantage is fixed by all attacks at me while I'm recklessly attacking have advantage. So he rolls normal instead of a disadvantage.
Oh. Okay. He misses with both attacks
Excellent.
because he cannot see you. He rolled two 8s.
That's great news because I'm real low on health.
Hafen, you see the dragon in front of you fighting while Hafen, or actually, you know what? With those swipes going on, I need you to roll me a athletics to stay on his back while he's like struggling to swing at you.
Sure, I'm on board. Athletics?
Yeah.
He,
All right, you
the-
managed to hang on to him as he's thrashing about. And Hafen, you see this going down in front of you.
and the dragon still has immolation on it.
Yes, he does.
It's like, so is immolation, he just like, he catches on fire every round, or
At the end of each of his turns, the target repeats the saving throw. If he takes, it takes 46 on a failed. So we need to roll again.
so he's just flying like,
Roll your 46.
Okay.
Roll it again.
Okay.
With Arena on the back of the dragon bursts into flames for a moment. The magical flames lick upon Arena's body, but doesn't otherwise harm. But the dragon takes 26 fire damage. He rolled a 1. These scales upon the dragon begin to blacken and crack. This alerts the party that the end may be approaching. All right, Hafen, you can
Okay.
take your actual action now.
Yeah. Now I will attempt to hit it with a witch bolt.
Okay.
Hang on.
One 100% hits. Damn, dude.
Okay.
For 7 lightning damage.
And then send 2 more of the meteors his way too.
That's a dex save. Fails both, so he takes an additional 11 damage. You do anything else?
That's it.
All right. As you hold your branch forward, a purple beam connects between it and the dragon and remains. First of all, as you have come to a grinding halt, you see the dragon ground in front of you as it catches on fire and Hafen starts attacking it with lightning damage.
I wish we could give it one more chance to talk to it, but with a pang of regret, Eastfald walks forward and attacks.
$25 for 14 damage. What do you do with that last blow?
I look it dead in the eye and apologize as I bring the hammer down right into its eyeball.
The eyeball ruptures and blood and ooze just start coming out of the socket. The dragon collapses to the ground, heaving in a heavy breath. Combat ends.
I'm gonna roll my eyes into the back of my head and say, "How'd you like that?"
The dragon, in its seeming dying moment, says to the party, in common, "We only wanted the best for our dragons to survive in the coming apocalypse."
Well, that seems like a funny way to go about it.
You do not understand, human. One does not just simply bow to the might of Tiamat.
I'm gonna tell him I'm not really gonna use your wormling as a chamber pot. Oh, that was just combat talk. I wouldn't really do that.
You know how it is. Heat of the battle.
The dragon continues on. Due to the pressure of Hamun and the other dragons, we had no choice. We had no choice but to defect to the other side, lest we become exterminated ourselves.
I think you see that you could have easily teamed up with us, but oh well.
I have learned the follies of my way. It is too late for me now. There are still some out there who would wish the worst upon you.
I'm gonna lay on hand 1 point of healing on the dragon.
After you've busted its eyeball socket?
Yeah, just to ease its transition. Dragon hospice.
I am not long for this world, the dragon says. Please, make good use of my treasure hoard. Maybe you can find something that will help you stop Tiamat.
Gonna put my hand on his head and I'm gonna say, "Rest easy, noble dragon." I'm
That's
crying.
the nicest we've been to an enemy.
What's up?
That's the nicest we've been to an enemy so far.
A
The
down
dragon
enemy,
closed-
no less.
The dragon closes its eyes and passes on.
Well, that explains why he attacked us.
That's because he was a coward and
He
decided
was a
defecting was
coward.
the only way.
I wonder if the rest of his metallic dragons did the same thing, or if we can convince one to join us.
It should be easy to convince them to join us, right? They're against them.
What happened here? Yeah, I mean, well, after they get over the shock of the whole we killed a silver dragon and the wormlings.
You know what? As this looks like the size dragon that we don't have to worry about. The bigger ones we'll get concerned about.
I feel like that gives us a new angle in our negotiations later on with anytime we come across a goodly dragon, be like, yo, guys, join the A-team. Because you're either going to die right here or you're going to die later on. Your chances are much better with us.
So in his little treasure trove, off in the corner of the room, you find 5,000 gold pieces.
Cha-ching!
Cha-ching! You find a spell scroll.
Paul is wiping the tears from his eyes, and he sees the glint of gold over in the corner. He goes, "Ooh, gold!"
Ooh. You find. Where did it go?
What did the silver dragon say to me when I rolled my eyes in the back of my head and said, "How'd you like that?"
He was too busy dying to really notice.
So that was the dragon that was cursing me?
Oh, you were talking to the one in your head.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was like, "How you like them apples?"
He calls the silver dragon. He hears what that silver dragon said, and he just, the one in your head goes, "He was a weakling defector, not meant to be strong and survive with the rest of us."
He's kind of a dick to his friends.
Nobody really liked him.
You find a spell scroll of Incendiary Cloud.
Ooh, that's fancy.
Also, there is a sword among the, Oops, damn it, I keep hitting all these fucking chords.
Brett, you should take that scroll.
Yeah, you will use it better than... Yeah, you'll use it best.
Well, one, you've got your flying mobility spell, but that's a good crowd clearing spell.
What was the scroll?
A scroll of incendiary cloud.
Okay.
Yeah, it basically makes a giant like fireball curtain that just kind of like hovers in place.
You could use it to crop dust.
And you find a sword among all of these treasures as well. You find a holy avenger.
That's a paladin weapon.
Must be a paladin weapon with that name.
For the rest of you unaware about it, you gain a +3 bonus to your attack and damage rolls made with this weapon. When you hit a fiend or an undead with it, the creature takes an extra 2d10 radiant damage. While you hold the drawn sword, it creates an aura in a 10-foot radius around you. You and all creatures friendly to you in the aura have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. If you have 17 or more levels in the paladin class, the radius of the aura increases to 30 feet.
No.
Congratulations, you have
What?
a legendary weapon.
So it says weapon. Is it a
Mhm.
one-handed sword?
It can be, you know what? It can be any kind of it can be any kind of sword, really.
I see that.
If you want it to be a one-handed sword, it can be a one-handed sword. That way you can still wield a shield.
Well, hot dog.
As you pick the sword up, it forms into a long blade for you to wield.
It doesn't turn into a warhammer.
No, any sword, because it's called the Holy Avenger.
Avengers have hammers.
Duh, Avenger. That's the key word there. Well, you know, I'm thinking 3.5 rules.
Yeah.
The proficiency stuff doesn't work the same in 5e.
You're
There's
proficient in martial weapons. You can
Right,
use any of
exactly. So like 3.5, you basically were garbage with anything unless you had multiple points in like proficiency in it.
Yep.
And you could only specialize in certain
Well,
things.
Well, no, well, this might be 3.5 or 2, but it was you could wield any weapon, but you would take disadvantage. But as long as you had like a single point in a weapon type, then you could wield it without disadvantage.
Right, with no negative points to
Yeah,
it, but
right.
you didn't gain anything like by wielding it.
No, but if you added more points into it, you could get bonuses from doing that.
You get like Grandmaster, and then you get like an extra attack and
Yeah.
deal like 3 extra
Yeah.
damage or something. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
All right. So it is 10 o'clock, and you have found yourself a legendary weapon. It won't take effect until the next long rest, obviously. So, how you feeling after that battle? A little hurt?
We need to take a short rest at least.
A short or long rest?
And if we only take a short rest, I wouldn't be able to heal up all the way anyway.
I would say you from zooming out and looking at it, you guys have about half the dungeon. About roughly half, maybe 45%.
Have we rested yet? Have we done?
You've done one short rest.
Well, we might as well, if it's going to take a long rest to make that sword of any use to us. We just killed a dragon. I could go for a nap.
If we take a nap, then I can't think of a reason not to, actually. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's just have a long rest, I guess.
Oh, remember that staff that you pulled off of that bird creature? I meant to say this last week, but I totally forgot to. That was something meant for Hafen, but Brett was having really bad problems with his Roll20 internet, so I didn't think he was going to hear it anyways. That's actually for Hafen.
What are we talking about?
So when you killed the bird creature, when you guys drowned it with that wall of force, Hafen wasn't in that battle because Brett was having problems with
Yep.
with this thing.
All right.
That,
I'm caught up. I got it.
huh?
I'm caught up. I didn't catch the first part of what you said.
Oh,
And
okay.
then
That stat or that wand is actually for Hafen.
Okay.
Oh, the one I have in my inventory?
Yes. Because I
the one
meant to
that's
say
now
something
in
last week.
Haven's inventory.
Yeah, I meant to
Can
give
you
it to
just
him.
I'm going to toss that skull horn wand to you.
thank you?
It's not actually a skullhorn wand. It is a staff of the Magi.
Staff of the Magi.
Oh yeah.
That's a pretty good one.
Doesn't that have like a twist ending or something?
It does. It turns out that by receiving the staff, you had to give away the thing that you love the most in the world
That's right.
to your loved one. So, and that's the twist.
Yep.
So you can go ahead and add that bad boy to your. I mean, you can attune to it now because if you're going to take a long rest, I wanted to get that in before you took the long rest, but I forgot last
Okay.
week.
Let's see. So I have maxed out my attunements. Let me see what I'm attuned to.
You should be attuned to the last time that I looked. It was. I usually try to keep a spreadsheet of this. You have your Stone of Reserve, your Bracers of Defense, and your cloak that's Doombringer.
Mm-hmm.
So you haven't used your Stone of Reserve in quite some time.
No, I haven't. So I guess I will swap those out then.
Yeah. You've got that. Jeff now has the Holy Avenger. Okay, so the way the staff works is pretty cool. It's got 50 charges,
Mm-hmm.
and you can use them to cast spells from a list. You should be able to just pull it up if you search the thing for it.
Oh, okay, it's in the.
Yeah, it's in there. This is an actual D&D item. It starts with 50 charges. While holding the staff, you have advantage on saving throws against spells. You can also use your reaction when another creature casts a spell that targets you. The staff can absorb the magic of the spell and cancel its effects, and you gain a number of charges equal to the absorbed spell's level. However, if you go above 50 charges, the staff explodes. So you got to keep tabs on your charges.
Gotcha. Is there not a way I can just drag it from this thing onto my character sheet?
Let me try this. You see that?
You can cast Protection of Good and Evil without any sort of. Without using any charge. Just, I guess, as like a free action if we're not in combat, right?
Oops.
Is that what it says?
Yeah, I see it right there. You can use an action to cast one of the following without using any charges. One willing creature you touch. It doesn't say that's any kind of like special.
Arcane lock, detect magic, enlarge, reduce, light, mage hand, or protection from good and evil. So you've you've basically got a secondary spell list now.
Nice.
So you can protect the entire party before we enter. Just cause. Like you could just like, here guys, everybody bow your heads. Doot 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 doot. Y'all are protected from celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, undead.
You
All
also
those.
You also have a Hail Mary with the staff. You can break the staff over your knee.
Okay, I'm
Um,
gonna read up on the staff.
Or against a solid surface, performing a retribution strike. The staff is destroyed and releases its remaining magic in an explosion that expands to fill a 30-foot radius sphere on it. You have a 50% chance to instantly travel to a random plane of existence, avoiding the explosion. If you fail to avoid the effect, you take the force damage equal to 16 times the number of charges in the staff.
You can cast a 7th level fireball, a 7th level lightning bolt. You can conjure elementals.
So what's really fun is if you break it and then fail and it's at a full strike, you immediately take 800 damage. That staff will incinerate you. That's a good way if you just want to be like, I'm done, and just snap it and don't save.
Well, does it say that it fails?
You have to.
Oh,
You have to
yeah. No,
yeah.
so the 50% chance is to port you to a different plane so you don't get hit.
Yeah.
But then how do you get back?
Good question. Welcome to the Nine Hells.
Well, I mean, you could end up anywhere.
It's true. But now you've got that. You all have a legendary weapon that you can attune yourself to for the start of next session.
The spell absorption is particularly powerful. But to really make good use of that, you need to be conjuring an elemental at the beginning of every battle. So you're like burning 7 charges. Because you want to keep your number of charges relatively low. If you know you're like gonna be fighting like the wizard at the end of this dungeon.
You mean the number of remaining charges, or the
Well,
number of?
So
you can use your reaction to absorb the spell, so you don't have to do it.
Mhm.
It's not an automatic thing.
It doesn't say that there's any limit on what you can absorb. So like if he casts disintegrate on you, you can just absorb it.
Yeah, it says you can use your reaction. If you do, the staff absorbs the magic of the spell, canceling its effect and gaining a number of charges equal to the spell's level. So level 9
Good.
spell, you absorb it, you gain 9 charges.
Now, you couldn't absorb a fireball because the fireball doesn't target you specifically, but if it's something that targets you directly,
Yeah.
that's sweet. That's a sweet staff.
Cool. That is.
And you get +2 damage and +2 bonus to spell attack rolls. So
Also, you have a chance to regain expended spell charges once you empty it too.
Sweet.
yes, yeah. So if you run out and you hit a 20, you just automatically get the charges. But I mean, you got to crit.
No, you
so-
get 12. You get 1d12 plus 1, so you could potentially just get 2 back, and it wouldn't be.
What did I
worth it.
say?
You said you get all your charges back.
Oh, yeah, I didn't mean that.
Says it regains 4d6 plus 2 expended charges at dawn. So it's good to use it.
So if you guys are taking a long rest, someone roll me a d20. Ooh, you're good. You make it through your long rest uneventfully. You use the silver dragon's carcass to block one of the doorways.
But we did not use the dragon wormling as a chamber pot.
So from here, okay, so you're all attuned with your new weapons. So everybody's going to be doing stupid damage now.
I'm actually gonna do less damage. Unless it's a fiend or undead.
You should dual wield.
I don't want to lose that 2 AC.
But a Holy Avenger and a fire sword or a fire hammer? The imagery there.
Can I do that without penalty?
I don't know how dual wielding works, so it would look fucking cool.
I'm looking that up.
5e dual wielding. Any character can dual wield provided they are of the following conditions that 2-weapon fighting outlines.
So it says one of the main perks of dual wielding is that you get your bonus action. Or you get your extra attack.
So anyone can dual wield. The only weapons that may be dual wielded are those with the light property. If both weapons must have this property. No 2 may be ignored if you take the feat dual. Oh, so if you take the dual wielder feat, you can do anything. Attacking with the second weapon uses your bonus action. Attacking with the second weapon does not add your ability modifiers to damage except when using the fighter or ranger fighting styles 2-weapon fighting. You may only draw or stow one of the weapons each turn, unless you have 2-weapon fighting feat.
If that's it for tonight, I'm gonna hit it.
Yep, that's it.
Yep.
Y'all have a good one.
All right,
Have a
man.
good